Can you see my screen? Okay, now you see.
I see on your white spot. Yeah, yeah, I can see now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got it.
Folks, this week chapter is Expect Abundance, the chapter 5. Okay, I'm gonna ask Jimovid, can you tell because Hugh, are you there?
Yes.
Maybe let's start it with yourself, because Jimovid and Wojtek and Andrew, I don't know, did you hear them before? But maybe if you can introduce yourself and tell what is your goal for this year and what do you expect from the Mastermind?
Certainly. Thanks, Daniel. Well, my goal for not just the Mastermind this year would be to I would have a lot of would own a lot of assets, but also over the years to grow those assets of over 100 odd houses. I've also built up a lot of personal debt, not business debt. So one of the goals would be to at least reduce the personal debt back. At the same time, by continuing to buy another 50 and 100 houses.
Okay, very good. And what would you expect from the Mastermind?
I think like everything else, when you're around like-minded people and you're reading such strong literature, I think the thing about the Mastermind, it keeps you more accountable, because it's not just for yourself, you're also doing it for the group as well.
Okay, very good.
Right. It helps me for accountability.
Okay, very good. Very good, very good. Thank you for sharing. Now I'm gonna unmute Andrew Jack. Andrew Jack, are you there?
I'm here, Daniel. How are you?
Very good. Can you speak louder? Can you speak closer to the speaker?
I can't get any closer. It's right at my mouth. Is it very quiet?
It's very quiet. Can everyone can hear Andrew?
I'm struggling here now.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can change that.
Andrew?
Hello, hold on. I'm trying to see if I can adjust that setting.
Okay, let's move to Wojtek.
Can you hear them?
Is that better?
Yes, that's much better. Yeah. Okay, go ahead then.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
We can hear you okay now.
Okay, super. Sorry. Yeah, what are we talking? You asked me about goals. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. What is your goal, and what do you expect from the Mastermind as an aim result?
I think similar to Hugh, I think the goal from the Mastermind, I think it's the kind of process of being held to account by other people. If you say something, if you're working your way through doing stuff on your own, it's very easy to kind of forget to check your progress and make sure that you're sticking to your goals and working towards those goals. I suppose historically my weakness has been, or the challenge has been, sticking to goals that you've set yourself. I think with the Mastermind, once you put it out there in front of other people, you've kind of got to then stick to that if you can. So I think that's the importance of the Mastermind group. And obviously we're learning important information from Bob Proctor, powerful information, so which is probably something that maybe we wouldn't have done otherwise without the help of the Mastermind. Mm-hmm. In terms of goals, it depends what day you get me on. I think I continuing business-wise. I think to strengthen our day-to-day trading business, we're in the property rental business and the property management business. And we're operating in an extremely competitive market, so identifying ways of strengthening our competitive advantage and being able to increase our monthly revenues and possibly even our cash flow in the face of very stiff competition. Being able to hold a sensible fee margin, and that's probably the part of our goal at the moment that we're focusing on from our day-to-day business. Similarly, we help clients with investment property and sourcing investment properties, and we have a certain target that we're aiming for, 100 properties in the calendar year. So that's what we're trying to work on at the moment.
Okay, and
That's me.
from the mastermind, you're expecting what? Accountability then?
Accountability, yeah, I think so, and obviously the importance of learning about the information that's in the book and processing that and putting that into practice.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's start it. Mark. Mark is with me here. Mark, can you tell what is your goal and what do you want to achieve out of the mastermind?
Well, my goal is this year to increase the profits and the just the revenue in the businesses that the shops that I have. Yeah, to work on that and to work on just all round holistically in the shop, the shops, the staff performing better, and obviously that's reflecting in obviously revenues as well. So the other thing is just on the properties that I work on, just source them basically and try and purchase another. I'm not focusing so much on property now, but about 10 properties this year, and to sell the at least 3 of the houses in this development that I'm finishing off. And the next, I want to have them sold by September. The other thing that I'm working on, which is my main passion, is my vision, which is basically to do with gyms and health and fitness, which I'm very passionate about, and yeah, and hopefully have the first one up and running by September as well. So that's my main focus and vision this year. And in terms of the mastermind, is really just everyone learning from each other, helping and supporting each other the best possible, and yeah, just the motivation and meeting, and this sort of
Mindset.
and well, meeting in this forum every week, and doing this here, it's a very good kind of point of reference each week to keep yourself focused on what you're going for, and to keep yourself in a high vibration where obviously your goals that you want in life are. So just to meet that vibration, and yeah, just to be there and support each other.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, Wojtek. Wojtek, can you tell what is your goal and what do you want to achieve out of the mastermind?
Hi everyone. Yeah, my goal for this year is to be able to earn 36 grand per year. That's as I said last week. That's my let's say financial goal. Yeah, and what I expect from the mastermind. First of all, I would like to define myself. I would like to find the way and because I'm still looking what I really want to do in my life. So because I'm here with you guys and with you, Daniel, I would like to get the motivation, to look forward to see, what I cannot, let's say notice right now. And yeah, as I said, I would like to define myself, get motivated, and yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, then mainly is the motivation factor, and as well define what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, Zimowit, can you tell what is your goal? Hello.
Yes, sure. Yes, hello. Well, my goal for this year is the big goal is to get to UK and start to and get this constant cash flow, right? Because I have a problem with balancing my cash, and right, sometimes I have money and sometimes I have a debt, and when I get to UK and finally when I will have this constant cash flow, I want to start acting classes,
So, and what I expect from this mastermind is getting more confidence, believe in myself, and increase my believing that what I visualize can be, can, you know, I can, what I visualize I can materialize, you know, something like that.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, my purpose for my goal is to create environment as a mastermind for 100 masterminds in Poland and as well the UK. And my goal is that people can run the masterminds and create a big community of people. And out of the mastermind, as we all know that when we meet once a week, and I always ask you, even I know your goals now, but I keep asking you for the reason that you tell me your goal again, because that will go every week. You're on totally different vibration, and I have to actually remind you, and we all should remind ourselves what is our goal and where we are going for. And this is very powerful that we do that. Some people even think it's silly, but it's not. If we really think about it, every week when we meet, we get this vibration of seeing ourselves in a goal, and the motivation factor as well, that we believe and we expect our goal to happen. and and the good thing for me is that you all gonna get your own results, whatever you want to achieve. Yeah. Okay. This chapter, Veronica and Catherine, I think they might join us, or I don't know. If not, this will be recorded. Then I will send recording. Now, the chapter of this week is expect abundance. And what I mean by that is expectation is your mindset. And if you expect your abundance, and if you expect your goals happen, you have to keep your mindset on a high vibration. And last week I shared with you the memory management. And this is very powerful exercise. And I hope some of you did that exercise, or all of you. That will be brilliant, because your mindset should be on a high vibration where you already see the goals which you already achieved in the past. I know Hugh wasn't there, but I'm going to explain again. It's basically what you do. You write down your success memories. For example, when I got this £11,500 check for my injury at work, or when I got the first coaching client and I drove my Clio and I was like, yes, fucking did it. When I get first kiss from Emily, and that was amazing. When I got when I got the Warriors workout, when I passed that was beyond my limits, and I got it, and I was like, yes. Then the memory management is basically to fill your mind full of the good things happen in your past, because sometimes we get our goals and put the goals 100 houses, 200 houses, whatever, big millions, 2 millions, 5 millions, but then our mind is full of the crap, full of the fucking bad memories, and we think, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. And our expectation is actually that, oh, I wish to have this job, oh, I would love to have this job, but in our part of the mind saying, yes, but probably someone else is gonna get this job, or I would like to get out from this situation, that situation. And then the part of our mind says, is gonna say, it's like a small voice saying, yeah, you're fucking crap anyway, then you wouldn't get anyway, and those things are happening. I'm actually going through the challenging situation with Bob Proctor, where I'm waiting for information from Bob in terms of his event in Poland. And but my expectation is he's gonna be, but on the back of my mind is saying, he might not to come because he's 78, and he has to reduce his travels and all that. Then even I'm expecting Bob is coming, the part of my mind of myself is saying, but this might not happen. Yeah, then what we have to do, we have to keep our mindset on the expectation side, Because whatever you expect, if you expect that, you will create that. If you will expect troubles, you will create troubles. And that's the powerful thing, is the mindset. Okay, what I am doing to increase my income, improve my relationship, or my health. What are you doing to increase your income? Are you call your clients? Are you meeting people? Are you sending CV to get a job? Are you seeking for the job of 36 grand, or are you looking for opportunities and for buying more houses, or finding more investors, or selling your 3 houses? Or myself, am I really pushing and calling people to start a next mastermind group? And we should be honest with ourselves, because we can tell ourselves lies and yes, I am doing that, but this is fucking your mask. Basically, it's your mask, which you are pretending the person you want to, you're like an actor. What you should do, you should see where you are at the moment and say, okay, this is where I am, and this is where I'm gonna be, and where I want to be, and then work and really take action. And most of those actions are out of your comfort zone, or what I've learned in Poland now, it's called powerful zone. It's your power zone. And what you have to do, you have to create your power zone. And your power zone is, for example, being in a mastermind. Your power zone could be your small office in a house, where you surround yourself by vision board, seeing yourself in the position of the good you want to have. This is your power zone, when you rejuvenate your energy and you're ready for fight. Because when you go out there, there's loads of people who are saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, this is bullshit. Then what you should do, and the action step for tonight, is create your own power zone. Okay, you should ask yourself again, what I'm doing to improve my income, what I'm doing to improve my relationship, and what I am doing to improve my health. Whatever you expect, you will attract. And this is the thing, whatever you expect, you will attract. If you look at the invoices coming to your house, or people calling you, and then you think about them, then you will attract even more of them. But what you should do, and the thing for you, is expect abundance, expect good things. And I want you to write this down, and I want you to start applying this for 7 days, and I'm gonna keep you accountable for that. Okay, write this down. What is the best case scenario of today? Or what is the best case scenario of this phone call I'm making? What is the best case scenario of this meeting I have? Think of the best case scenario, expect the best. Because most of the time we think and we expect the worst, but what is the worst case scenario? I will rather be prepared for the worst case scenario. And then we fucking expect the worst case scenario, and the worst case scenario will happen. Yeah. What we should do, we should expect the best case scenario. And I got this from Michael Beckwith. And this powerful coaching question is so good, and makes loads of money to loads of people, and loads of abundance, and in various aspects. Then I want you to apply this and ask yourself, what is the best case scenario of this mastermind? What is the best case scenario of tonight? What is the best case scenario of my phone call? What is the best case scenario of my actions? And then see yourself. I'm calling to 5 people, and they are saying yes, I'm going for this deal, or for this mastermind, or I'm getting this CV. Ask yourself all the time, what is the best case scenario? And I want you to really, really grasp that. Now, it's very important for me that you understand that what I'm saying. Then I'm gonna unmute, and I'm gonna ask you, each of you, Andrew Jack.
Hello.
Yes, Andrew. what is the best case scenario? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How would you apply this today and tomorrow and for 7 days till next Wednesday?
Okay. Best case scenario in my day-to-day life would be clients who agree to pay our fee structure as we publish our fee structure. So we say that we need 10% of the monthly rent to make our business viable, but unfortunately the climates, there's competitors want to do it for 5 or 6%, and our clients seem to want to negotiate with us. So the best case scenario for me over the next 7 days is that our clients and new prospective clients would agree to our what we consider to be our necessary fee structure.
Okay, very good. But what I'm asking you is, yes, okay, this is for fee structure, but what I'm saying is, what is the best case scenario of tonight for you? You know, you don't have to tell me, of course, but I want you to really ask yourself when you finish even the phone call, what is the best case scenario of being on the mastermind? The ideas maybe pump up to my head and I'm making this move. Or what is the best case scenario of this evening that I'm gonna have nice meal and I'm gonna have nice bath or whatever. What is the best case scenario of tomorrow morning? I'm gonna have a great morning and I'm gonna make this call and this call is gonna be very successful and so on. You understand?
Yep. Yeah.
What is the best case scenario of this drive that I will enjoy driving my car and I'm gonna listen good music and this is gonna put me in a good vibration? This is very important question you should ask yourself all the time. What is the best case scenario of this phone call? What is the best case scenario of this meeting? Okay, Andrew?
Okay. Yep.
Good man. And this is for 7 days. Even the Easter comes, I want you to really think of that as well. What is the best case scenario of this Easter? What is the best case scenario of this weekend? And just see yourself the best case scenario. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, move on. Hugh Magru. Thank you for that, Andrew. Hugh. Hello, Hugh. Hugh. Hugh, are you there? Okay, let's see. Veronica. Veronica, are you there? Hello? Strange. Wojtek, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. Tell me what you're gonna use for the best case scenario for this evening or tomorrow.
Let's say for this evening, what comes to my head straight away is, for example, that I can spend the pretty good evening with my missus. We can we can sit together, hug, and
watch
feel
movie
comfy.
or so on. Yeah. But what would you do for tomorrow? If you wake up tomorrow morning, what would you ask yourself?
What's gonna be the best outcome of tomorrow? What's gonna be the best case scenario, as you said? So to do everything that I can, let's say, make it better, for myself.
But do you have any action step for tomorrow that you can take?
Yeah. For example, I would like to apply for a job tomorrow, so I need to, using this sentence, using this question, I can ask myself what's gonna be the best case scenario of sending the CV to the
yes
employer.
And expect that they will say yes and you will get
that's it.
And things like that. I want you to really think of the best case scenario. Okay,
I got it.
You got it. Good, well done. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, Ishimovic, what is the best case scenario
for me? Okay, maybe for Saturday I have a meeting with my friend who came from UK, and this is funny thing because I was yesterday I was walking in the city, and I was watching, reading my notes. I have a little little book with my notes, and I was reading my notes, and I said to myself, yeah, I need to go to UK. I need to go to UK. And when I and right straight away, I met my colleague here who came from UK. I don't know, 3 days ago, something like that. And this was pretty, funny. And I probably are gonna meet him on Saturday, and we're gonna talk about, maybe we're
Your
going
plan,
to
your
UK.
plan, yes. Then you expect
Yes.
that what you should maybe
So-
do, expect that he will give you a good contact, which you will call, and you will get a job, and you will be in the UK.
Exactly.
You have to expect
Yes.
that you are in the UK. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Veronica, are you here? Veronica. It looks like she. Veronica, are you here? Okay. Hugh McGrew. Hugh, can you hear me? Must be something.
Yes,
Yes.
I sure can. Yes.
Sorry, Hugh. Yes, Hugh. For example, the best case scenario of this evening or the best case scenario of tomorrow morning, what would you do if you will wake up in the morning? Because I want you to really grasp the idea of asking yourself all the time for 7 days. What is the best case scenario of this drive? What is the best case scenario of this breakfast? What is the best case scenario of this phone call? What is the best case scenario of this meeting? How would you apply by, let's say, today or tomorrow morning?
First of all, if I want to, let's say, if I have a goal to reduce something by £1 million, maybe I'll just write down the personal exposure, and just putting some sort of goals to them, and putting wheels in motion on the deals that I'm working on, the monies that's going to get paid off, the personal exposure.
Okay, very good, very good. But then would you ask yourself all the time, what is the best case scenario of this phone call? What is the best case scenario of this meeting? Yeah? Because the idea of that is when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what is the best case scenario of today? That I gonna get those 2 deals over the line. I sold this house or that house. I got an unexpected call from some guy, which I gonna make good money, and I gonna help him. Expect abundance, expect goodness,
Mm-hmm.
because this will bring you as well your mindset on a high vibration.
I normally expect it as well, Daniel. I kind of do that on a daily basis anyway.
Good stuff. Then basically the action step is to do this for 7 days, and let's measure the results.
Mm-hmm.
But the powerful thing here is if you ask yourself out loud before you make this phone call, what is the best case scenario of this phone call, and then visualize, yeah, fucking whatever, and you are getting good information from this phone call. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
And I probably know that you are doing that, but it's good reminder, because sometimes we forgot when we get some information or letter, and then we think about it, how we can resolve that, and then we think, and the on the back of the head comes the thoughts, how the hell you gonna do this, and then the worst case scenario sometimes can pump up.
Certainly.
Yeah. Okay. Then are you getting this idea? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Good, man. Thank you for that. Oh, Veronica, are you here?
Hello. Yes, I had to restart it. I don't know what happened
That's okay.
because I was listening to you.
That's okay. Veronica, can you tell quickly what is your goal? What do you what you are expecting from Mastermind, and as well, how would you apply the best case scenario? We're gonna do like a coaching question. You're gonna ask yourself all the time, what is the best case scenario of this Mastermind? What is the best case scenario of this evening? Tomorrow morning, what is the best case scenario of today, or of this phone call, of this meeting, of this beautiful day, whatever? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is, well, what I
First,
what
if you
I
can
want
just say what is
Mhm.
your goal and what do you expect from the mastermind?
Tonight,
Well, overall, what is your goal and then what do you
overall,
expect from the mastermind? Yes.
help me achieve consistency and more financial freedom. That's yeah, and a kind of help to bounce off ideas and inspire and help others do the same.
Okay.
And uh, what is the best case scenario
Would
of the next few days, over the next 7 days? Being consistent with things that I do, and have my mom's coming over tomorrow, so have a on the personal level, have a really nice time with her, show her the city and experience, have some time off as well,
okay.
experience that. And the best case scenario for the business side of things would be that people start calling me themselves, that I don't have to call them, but I'd be imagining and applying this in every day.
Yes. Then if you can ask yourself tomorrow, what is the best case scenario of today that I gonna get two unexpected calls or when you're going for the meeting, ask yourself what is the best case scenario of this meeting? Yeah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Cool. You're getting the idea. Okay, Mark is here. Mark, what is the what would how would you apply the best case scenario?
Yeah, likewise, I do this, a lot, continuously anyway. But just really the example of like tomorrow morning, best case scenario is I'm up my normal time, doing my meditation, getting all the different things done rather than maybe being in a hurry and not getting, because I feel meditation and that type of things, and getting some positive reading done in the mornings set me up for the day. And then in every scenario, then with what I'm doing in the shops and houses, just asking what's the best case scenario, and just obviously imagining that and just seeing that is done.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Okay, let's move on, folks. Yeah, that's the big thing. How many times have you want something but expecting not to get it? What I mean by that is, I actually mentioned this before, like, oh, I wish to have this job for 36 grand, but probably someone else is gonna get it. Or I would love to have this 2, 4, 5 deals of the houses, but probably at this current time no one wants it. Or I would love to get this 10% fee for my clients for renting business, but I think there's loads of people having 6%, and I don't think so it's gonna get it. Now if you think like that, you are actually focusing of not getting things done, not getting your things over the line. And what you have to do, you have to expect the best. And that's why I'm giving you this question: what is the best case scenario? And keep focusing on that. What you focus on grows. Remember that, folks. Whatever you're seeking is seeking you. Then you should, every morning you should wake up and apply the memory management. See yourself, or go back to the memories when you want something, when you got something, and write down and just experience this in the five senses. And then when you do this exercise, get your goal, which is being financial free, or personally free, financial free, or business wise financial free. It doesn't matter what way you're looking for. Just see yourself and just really emotionalize these emotions, and then focus on paying attention what is in front of you every morning, and ask yourself the best case scenario. There is abundance whatever you desire. What it means by that if you really, really desire something, and you really, really want something, and you really, really know that it's coming, and you just let it go and let it go, what was in the last chapter, it's gonna come, and it's coming. If you know it's coming, it's gonna come. And I had a great situation when I want my shaver, brown shaver, and I just keep desire. And I was actually walking in the house, shaving my face, and I was pretending that I have a nice shaver. And my Dorothy was saying I'm mad, I'm crazy, but I was expecting that I already have in my hands, and then I just let it go. And because the shaver was for 400 quid, and she says, "You're mad, you're not gonna buy that." But I knew it's mine already. That's it. And when you have this feeling it's mine already, it's going to start manifesting somehow. I didn't know when it's going to happen. I just knew it's going to happen. And then I went to Germany, and Dorothy called me from UK, from Belfast, basically saying, "Daniel, there is a discount on the shaver from 400 to 120 or something." And she actually bought it. But because I was expecting my desire, and I already feel that desire, it's that it's coming and it's already there. And this is small example, but you probably experience some things which you expect. Like if you see the jacket, or you see some car or whatever, and you just keep saying to yourself, "This is mine. Oh, I would love to have this car. Yes, I have this car. Yes." And then you take a test drive, and then somehow the money comes to you, and then you are driving your car, or then you're having your house, or then you are having your clothes even. Yeah, this is powerful if you really grasp the idea of that. Okay. Mark, would you be able to read that?
Yeah, okay. If we clearly realize that the creative power in ourselves is unlimited, then there is no reason for limiting the extent to which we may enjoy what we can create by means of it. Where we are drawing, uh, where we are drawing from the infinite, we need never be afraid of taking more than our share. That is not where the danger lies. The danger is in not sufficiently realizing our own richness, and in looking upon the externalized products of our creative power as being the true riches instead of the creative power of spirit itself.
Mhm.
If we avoid this error, there is no need to limit ourselves in taking what we will from the infinite storehouse. All things are yours. And the way to avoid this error is by realizing that the true wealth is in identifying ourselves with the spirit of opulence. We must be opulent in our thought. Do not think money as such, for it is only one means of opulence, but think opulence. That is largely, generously, liberally, and you will find that the means of realizing this thought will flow to you from all quarters, whether as money or as 100 other things not to be reckoned in cash.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Keep going, Mark. Sorry.
We must not make ourselves dependent on any particular form or wealth, or insist on its coming to us through some particular channel. That is at once to impose a limitation and to shut out other forms of wealth and to close other channels, but we must enter into the spirit of it. Now the spirit is life, and throughout the universe, life ultimately consists in circulation, whether within the physical body of the individual or on the scale of the entire solar system. And circulation means a continual flowing around. The spirit of opulence is no expectation to this universal flow of all life. When once this principle becomes clear to us, we shall see that our attention should be directed rather to the
To give.
giving than the receiving. We must look upon ourselves not as misers' chests to be kept
Locked.
to be kept locked for our own benefits, but as centers of distribution. And the better we fulfill our function as such, greater will be the corresponding inflow.
Yeah. Okay. And what it means by that is that we the money what we are getting, and sometimes we have focused so much on the money wise. Actually, the you have to, money doesn't bring the happiness, but the happiness brings the money. Then what you should do, more focus on spiritual part of it, which is how would you feel when you get this goal happen, and what would be your emotions, what would you do with that, and where would you go, and what would you do, what will be your, would you have a peace of mind? Yeah. And then really focus on the outcomes. When you get this money, what will be the outcomes of your life if you create that? And then your spirit will flow, and then will create things in your life. Now, spend some time thinking about the creating big ideas. And this is very good example of the light bulbs. And you all probably know the story, the light bulb story, that a long time ago there were the guys had 8 volt light bulb, and there was it was the idea of Edison. He had in his mind that he's gonna light the whole world, and the whole world is gonna have, it's not gonna spend half day in the darkness. That was his idea. His idea wasn't making loads of money. His idea was big idea that he's gonna light the half of the day for people, that they don't have to live in the darkness. And when he did that, the couple of, they were a family, which they had a light bulb but was only 8 volt, and it wasn't strong, and they used to it, living in the environment of having only 8 volts, which wasn't clear and wasn't bright. Yes. And then the salesman came with the light bulb of 60 kilowatts, and he came and he says, I have some product here where you plug into the same bulb, to the same what do you call it? Holder, bulb holder, yeah, bulb holder, and will give you more light. And they say, how the hell, it already gives the light. And he says, let me show you. And then whatever, he plugged the bulb, and the room just went so clear, so bright. They could see more. They can actually see more things in their house. And they said, how the hell, this is the same plug. And he says, yes, but it's different bulb. From this bulb, you can get more energy. And what it means by this story is, we all have infinite power within us, but we only use 6% of that. Let's increase, let's change the bulb, let's put a bigger idea. And that's when you think about the bigger idea, then your light is brighter, and then you think bigger, and you do bigger things, and you do create a power zone, which you feel in power. Okay. Big ideas is amazing. For example, Henry Ford had big idea of having a V8 engine, and that was his big idea, and he keep visualizing. And even the mechanics came back to him, says, it's impossible to do that, it's impossible to do that. And he says, I already see it, I already know it's there, and I already expect it's there. I actually know it's already happened. It's just a matter of you focusing. And they keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. Then they come back again saying it's impossible. And he says, impossible means I am possible. Keep doing. And then they say miracle happen, and they actually invent the V8 engine. But he already knew before it was in a physical form. Then all your desire, folks, it could be your being the best actor, or could be financial free, or having 100 houses, uh, which helps investors put the right money into proper investment. It doesn't matter what is your idea, as long as the idea that serves people will bring and manifest financial freedom to you. Okay, the thought process. The reason, which is the higher faculty, you have a choice. Yes, Then you use your imagination, and this is your higher faculty as well. And your imagination is more powerful than knowledge. And then your will, which is your focus. Yeah. And then you believe in it. You really, really believe that it's there. And then you let it go and let it go, that you know it's already happened. This is from last chapter. If you don't understand the last chapter, read again. Read over again, because Bob says the chapter 4, you have to keep reading till you understand. What it means by that, if you are going for some big deal, then see already happen, believe it, choose it in your mind that you are imagining already happened, and then let it go and let it go. The story of the Goliath and David and Goliath, Goliath believes into power of physical forms, which is his soul, his what do you call arm, and he believed in his muscles, his physical muscles. But David believed in spiritual, and he believed in godness power, and he knew that godness power he will use a stone to defeat a giant. And what he did, he just knew he's gonna win it. Even the whole army where he was going, Israel army, was saying, "You're mad, you're crazy, you're not gonna get it, you're gonna die, blah blah blah." He actually they give him arm, but he took off everything and he just went with the stone. And that was powerful because he knew, and then he let it go, make it for him. He didn't know how he's gonna do it. He just let it go. And then you have a faith. Then you have a faith that I know it's there. And then desire. Desire is like a burning desire that get your goosebumps in your body when you have this desire. It could be funny thing like I've shared with you. It could be the shaver, brown shaver 7 series. It could be that was my desire to test my belief system, my faith that I can create anything in my life, and I actually manifest that. But since I did that, I apply this to different things in different situations. Okay, I want to make sure that we all go back to that. This is your mind, and this is your body. Your mind is divided by 2 parts, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. And we've got 5 senses: see, hear, smell, taste, touch. And they are wired to our conscious mind, which is thinking mind. And then we've got intellectual mind, and through the intellect, we are choosing what we are putting into our paradigm. And the paradigm is multitude of habits which are through the repetition and accepting, it's create like a CD or program in our subconscious mind, which is feeling mind. And that's how you operate. And then you feel about it, then you think about it, and then you get results. And then when you get results, you think about results, and then you let the results come to your emotional mind, and then you send the body. But most of the time we think about, oh, we got this letter, we got this invoice, oh shit, I have to pay. And then you send the vibration, I have to pay. Your body reacts. Then you talk to your wife, your husband, or your friend, oh fuck, I had to pay this amount, blah blah blah. And then you get result of feeling bad, feeling procrastinate, feeling not good. And then what you do, you fucking think about it, and then you let come automatically to your feeling mind, and then you feel again being crap, being procrastinate, and your body reacts, your head goes down and shoulders go down, and then you tell someone and goes again. Now I'm telling you folks, you have a fucking choice. You have a choice to reject your thoughts, or you have a choice to accept your thoughts. And what you should only accept is the abundance, is the best case scenario. There's no way that you're gonna tomorrow morning you're gonna wake up and you're gonna say, oh, what is the best case scenario of today? No F way. You're gonna really, really focus what you're expecting the best. And this chapter is for expecting the abundance. And this is very powerful. Of course, the perception, how you perceive yourself, perceive yourself in the best case scenario. Focus, which is will. Focus on the best case scenario. Imagine yourself in the best case scenario. This is a good one. The best case scenario of your memories. What was the best memories in your life? When you got this driving license, when you passed this exam, when you got this client, when you were coming in Mercedes and shouting, "Woohoo! Yes, fucking!" and you feel so good. And I'm talking about you because I remember your story. Or Andrew Jack, when you drive your Mini Morris, and you were happy and you knew what you want and you were expecting abundance, then keep focusing on the good memories. Intuition is very powerful, and your intuition will tell you when you ask yourself what is the best case scenario, and your intuition will then guide you whatever you have to do, whatever you have to talk, or maybe you have to shut up, or maybe you have to talk. Your intuition will guide you if you listen. And of course, reason is a choice. You've got a choice to accept or reject your thoughts. Then make sure you keep reminding yourself, am I allowing this thought to come to my head saying I'm in the debt? No, fuck it. No, I'm not. And then you focus on good memory of being financial free, or of having money on your account. Because there were moments when you had money. There were moments when you felt happy. There were moments when you had these big contracts going on, or had this job, or being actor, or doing different things. Okay? And then your emotional mind send a vibration. Remember, emotional mind, whatever you put here, it doesn't reject, it's just accept. If you say I'm a dad, I'm full of shit, he's gonna say yes, you are. But if you say I'm an abundance, I'm financial free, then you will attract good things. For example, I had a situation, challenging situation, money situation, because I spent loads of money for Bob Proctor, bringing him to Poland, and then things happened that we will need to probably move the date. And then my mind was going back and forward saying, how are you going to do this, and how are you going to make money? And then I went to Limerick for a meeting, and then I met very important people from America, and they told me that this is a big opportunity. You can have abundance when you stick with us. And then I did it, and now it's happening, and it's big things are gonna come, and I already know, and I actually expect it's coming. It's like, I remember Eddie says, Daniel, just it's coming, fucking I feel it. And we were shouting and bringing emotion into this expectation, and I want you to do that. It doesn't matter if you are in a room with someone, but if you even go out and shout yes, and feel it's coming, you have to expect. It really works, folks. And then you have a good vibration, of course, and then you attract good things, and then you are nice to people, to your wife, to your friends, and your vibration affects others. Remember, if you are in a bad vibration, low vibration, you're affecting your environment, and your environment is only but a looking glass. And then what you are sending the vibration, it's coming back to you. If you are crap and if you are shouting to people, it will come back to you. Maybe it wouldn't come back in the shouting version, but will come in a shouting invoice version to you. Then remember, focus on goodness, and focus on the good case scenarios. Okay, expectation is a key, and this is powerful. Even I'm doing this mastermind for you folks, reminds me that whatever you expect, good things, it's coming. But you have to really know that it's coming and expect the best. Without expectation, your desire is nothing more than wishful thinking. Exactly. You can wish your financial freedom, you can wish have 100 investors, but if you don't have this, you have this desire, but if you don't expect, and if you think, oh, I would love to have this big 100 investors, 100 houses this year, and then you don't actually expect, and on the back of your head it says, how the hell I gonna do it? There's loads of people doing that, how the hell I gonna do it? Then you're fucking up your desire. You have to actually focusing of expectation, and write down on your forehead what is the best case scenario. Every time you look in the mirror, it says, what is the best case scenario, Daniel? What is the best case scenario, Andrew, or Hugh, or Mark? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Veronica. Yeah. Ask yourself. Yeah. You have to really see and feel and believe, and then you will achieve. Otherwise, it will be just wishful thinking. Okay? Most people wish positivity and expect negativity. Here we go. Yeah? Most people wish positive things and happening. Oh, I would love to have this. Yes, I have that. Yeah. And then on the back of the head, but how the hell am I gonna do it? There's lots of people doing that. No, I can't do this. How am I gonna do this? And then it's not happening. Most people wish positively and expect negatively. How many times do you wish positive things, but then you expect negative happen because you've thought about worst case scenario? Yes, Mark? Mm-hmm. It's coming like that, yeah? Okay, maybe I'm gonna ask some questions now. Mark McCloskey.
Yes.
When was the time when you thought positively, be honest, and then on the back of the head there was some negative thoughts coming?
Yeah, I suppose I've got better and better at this, but you're always working at yourself to
Can you bring one example?
Yes, as a recent one is with these houses that I have in this development. There's a lot of obviously the market is the way it is at the minute, but you have to think positive and see them as sold. But at times, if if a lot of stuff going on, I get a bit stressed about things, and then I maybe think, oh shit, are we going to get them sold now, or because there's another guy developing very close by, and obviously there's only so many buyers, whatever. Sometimes, but then I think, no, fuck that. Everything's working out, everything's perfect. We've got buyers, we're going to get these sold. So I have to obviously, anytime any negative thought comes in, I have to recognize it and get rid of it straight away and keep myself on the positive vibration. And that's like a recent example.
Very good.
But I've got better and better at recognizing any thought like that, and it's a process of just continuing to improve on that.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Thank you for that sharing. Then basically you think positively that you're gonna sell the houses, but then the on the back of the head, yes, but there is a guy who's building a next door. What do you call? There's another building site and building site, and he's gonna be the competition, and then you think negatively. Right. Then you expect negative things that you're not gonna sell. Then you get yourself in a state saying, "Fuck that! I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on getting buyers. There's lots of buyers. There's loads of room for everyone in this world, and I'm gonna get it."
There's infinite
potential.
Yeah, infinite potential. So I recognize the thoughts and then change them to positive again.
Okay.
Put myself in that vibration.
Very good. Very good. Very good. 1, 2, 3.
You rock.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one person. Who wants to share? Hello, everyone. Hello.
Yeah, we're here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
Yes. Who wants to share? If you can say name and then share how did you wish positive and then negative thoughts comes to your head because you hear Mark's story. Yeah. Then I want you to share. Who wants to share?
Yeah, Wojtek.
Okay, go.
I can share with you the recent one. For example, when I send in the CV and I'm looking to get the better job, something different that I'm doing right now, and this is my positive wish, if I can say like that. But on the other side of my head, there is a negative expectation that that I'm fucking rubbish, that I'm not gonna get it because I'm not good enough, and there's gonna be some other person who's gonna get the job, and it's not gonna be me. That's basically what I
Okay.
think about it.
Okay, well done. Thank you for sharing. Now, how would you turn around this wishful thinking, positive thinking, and how would you go against the expect negative? Instead of expect negative, expect positive. What would you do?
Um, First of all, do not expect negatively. So focus on my positive things and on my advantages, and think that I'm able to do it. I actually already have it, and thinking this way, I think.
Yes. Okay. Then you expect and you ask yourself, what is the best case
Case
scenario?
scenario. Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
exactly. And then don't let your thoughts attacking you, because your thoughts will attacking you to saying, no, you can't do this, you're rubbish, you're crap, there are better people. Say, fuck off, I'm not listening to you. And then focus on the
Okay.
best case scenario, and then use your vibration to change your physiology. Smile for 15 seconds, bring shoulders up, watch maybe comedy movie, change your vibration, keep focusing of changing your vibration, and then expect the best. I want you to really
Okay.
focus. I want to really, really measure your results, and I'm gonna keep measuring your results for. Okay, folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Who else wants to share?
Hugh.
Okay.
Daniel, I think a lot of times it just when all of a sudden you become, you lose confidence, or you're maybe not in a high vibration. So, recently there sometimes I put an offer in to buy 10 houses, and then all of a sudden I kind of felt negative about the purchase rather than being positive, normal to it.
Okay. And then, okay, then what?
I think the way around that is sometimes you get a second opinion from somebody who with somebody who's like-minded, or somebody in the same field, or a specialist in that field, to get their opinion to overcome your negativity.
Okay. And then, how would you go around that?
What do you mean?
What I mean is, because you expect positive, and then you wish positive things, yeah, that this will go over the line and things like that, and then on the back of the head, someone encourage with the thought saying, oh, this deal wouldn't go through, and then you're expecting, yeah, it might not come through, yeah.
No, I was saying more, if I was negative, the way around that would be get another specialist in
Okay.
who's the same field, that could reassure you that that was a good deal.
Okay. Okay.
So
Very good.
also, it's just getting another professional in your field.
Yes, then that's what you could do, but as well, expect positive. Expect positive, expect that this deal is good deal. From my point of view, is good deal, and I'm expecting that even another expert is gonna say it's a good deal, and just expect that.
Mm.
you
And then
know
also go back to your previous successes to realize, well, look how many times you've done this before.
Yes, exactly, Hugh. Well done, you got it. Because last week I was sharing powerful technique. John Boyle, coach, he was sharing I'm actually coached by him now, and he told me about successful memories. It's called a memory management. Then get yourself, write down 10 memories, Hugh. Yeah,
Hmm.
when you got at least three financial memories when you got this money. It could be pocket money, could be money for ice cream, or could be first year over the line, whatever. It doesn't have to be big money. But when you felt very good with that, when you felt yes, when I remember when I got Paul Gordon as my first coaching client, I was shouting and screaming when I was coming out from the Arma. But it was so good. It was exciting. I knew it's something amazing. Then, well done. Thank you very much for sharing, Hugh. Okay. Who else wants to share? Hello.
Okay, I can share my story. Well, this was my last job in UK. In December, I was working in a factory, and just for Christmas time, and because of that, I was working there for Christmas time, and I had a hope that maybe my boss would give me, opportunity to work there longer time, right? But I was thinking that maybe I will get this job from on the next year, right? But in my mind all the time I had this bad thoughts, and you ain't gonna get this job, right? You're gonna lose this job, and eventually I lost this job, right? So that was sabotaging thoughts. So
Yes, very good. But you realize that.
I see how powerful this is. So,
Yeah, it's fucking
because I started to act in front of my boss, even, right? I started to act. I wasn't confident, right, in front of my boss, and I was nervous, and because of that, I think that maybe not main reason, but everything is connected. So I think that maybe that was the one of the factors that because of that I lost my job. So.
Yes, but how would you go around this time when you have the when you wish positively and then the expectation of losing the job? How would you change that now? For example, now you're meeting people, or you're getting a job, yeah, and you wish to have a job and find a job and be in UK, and then the negative thought comes: there's loads of people applying for a job, there's no job, blah blah blah. How would you go around that?
I would say to this thought, oh, shut up, and now I'm gonna expect the best case scenario, right? And I will visualize this and convince myself all the time that I'm gonna get this job, and I'm gonna be successful. So,
and I'm getting this.
Just attacking, yes, just filling my brain with all these thoughts, positive income, and
yeah,
I think that's the way, right?
Yes, and get the memory management. Are you
Yes.
using memory management?
Yes, I'm doing it. It's great exercise, and every time I'm doing this again, these memories are coming back even more stronger to me, right?
Yes.
So yes, I feel very good.
It's like an
after
injection.
Doing this.
It's like an injection of godless feeling.
Yes.
It's like you feel.
Yes, that's the.
Yeah, fucking brilliant. I remember I had the day today, quite challenging day, and then I got myself memory management, and then I went woohoo, and then I start singing and dancing with Emily. Then it's good. It's good that you are using. Well done. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Who else want to share? Veronica, you're quiet today. Tell me.
I'm just thinking of a particular thing. I think in general it's happened to me so many times.
Okay, then share
But,
one, because when you share, then it goes deeper into your subconscious mind.
I just in general, with the Kangen, with the sales that you wish, but you kind of don't believe it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that'd be but recently I just stopped doing that. I must admit, for the past week I just don't expect the negativity. I'll see how it goes, but now I know, I'll be applying more of the best scenario, definitely, and then because it raises your vibration.
Yes. And are you doing the memory management?
Yeah, I've done it a few times during the week, and it's been really good. Really good.
Good.
Brings everything alive. So yeah.
And even do this twice a day, 3 times a day. I keep doing it. I actually wrote a couple goal cards with my memories, and they are everywhere now. Very good, very good. Thank you for sharing, Andrew Jack.
You're welcome.
Andrew.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm here.
Yes. Can you share basically one of your situation when you wish positive? and you expect,
Yeah.
and then you expect negative.
It might be easier to tell me when I don't do that. Actually, I think that's just kind of me, fairly much all the time.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I think in
One
I
example.
mean, well, recent examples, obviously, with our investors and guys we're trying to, uh, find the right deals for in terms of investment property. I think um, we come up with good deals, multiple properties. But I think although I consider them to be positive, I think when I put them, I don't expect these guys to go for it. So I think that's probably much the most recent scenario.
Okay.
Where I expect when I come across good stuff that I think is good stuff, but I automatically probably assume or make the negative assumption that people won't go for it.
Okay, and you're similar like Hugh, because Hugh, you had the same situation, yes?
Mine's more about for myself buying. I was buying a block of 10 flats, and I was buying them cheaply, very cheap. But all of a sudden, I thought, maybe am I doing as good as a deal really what I should, even though I was getting them for nearly 50% discount.
Okay. Okay. Then what would you recommend to Andrew, because he's doing this all the time, he said. What would you recommend to Andrew?
I think just to clarify, I think the difficulty when you're doing it for yourself, certainly you've only got to satisfy yourself. I think when you're trying to do it for clients, there's always in the back of your mind, is this the best deal for that individual? I think those of us that are doing it for others are trying to always find the right deal for the other individual. Ultimately, it's up to them to make that decision. I know we probably put the deals in front of them. It's up to them to decide if it suits their own situation. But I guess there's an extra pressure added to make sure that you're doing the right thing for your clients.
Yes. But Hugh, would you like to add something, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I think Andrew's hit it right on the head. In a sense, there's plenty of times where I'm setting a deal up, and you do potentially question, because investors want everything for nothing, So I think, for instance, they're not that they're negative as individuals. It's their game to be always trying to play the negative game to reduce the price. So they're trickier individuals that you're dealing with. I think a lot of times, for instance, you have to have faith in the property that you're setting up at all times, and realize you just don't win them all. But if your conversion rate is, every two properties you set up, or every 3 properties you set up, you get 2. Well, that's a conversion rate that's kind of acceptable. You look at the average, and you try to exceed that.
Yes. Then the key to that is to expect at least 2 3, that go over the line, and have this positive, not only wishful thinking, but as well expect that it's coming, and it's right, investment for investors and for yourself, that everyone is happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Andrew,
also,
Okay.
Andrew, there's also, companies out there just in UK alone that, if you see what they were charging their investors, and the need that they're charging their investors maybe 8 or 10 grand ago, really, you'd appreciate then what you're really doing for your investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes, it's could be a limited belief we set ourselves too short.
yes.
I guess from if those guys, I don't know how those guys structure themselves. They maybe do it that it's a one-time deal. What we're trying to do is we're trying to use our investor clients to feed them into our managed portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to develop a long-term relationship with these guys, which means at the outset, I suppose I'm keeping the pressure on to make sure that we're giving them perceived value and what we're buying, what we're charging them, so that we don't damage that long-term relationship. So absolutely, if you're in it as a quick hit, and you're maybe you're a bit less scrupulous than some of the rest of us, then like those guys that you're referring to that maybe are prepared just to take the big fee
No,
up
the
front.
company, I know what you're saying there, and you're right. There's a lot of shenanigans goes on, but these companies that I'm talking about, they are in for the long term, where they're getting constantly these sort of fees on a constant daily basis.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
So
yeah,
um, and, and they're not worried about the management. So there could be, it could have been in the past some synergy there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But the key to all that, as we can agree, to expect in your head, wish positive, but as well expect that this deal is gonna go over the line, that it's gonna go through. That
Yes, but another thing there for Andrew, just we'll finish up on this point, is there is more than, there's a lot of people doing that in Northern Ireland, Andrew.
yeah,
And if you could have a relationship with with the other investors or whatever else that are doing the similar what you're doing, but on the back end they give you the management,
yes, yeah,
and on a selling point for them to sell their own investors, that for the first 3 months such and such a company who is you will manage the properties for free for 3 months.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, that's a fair idea. Yeah, yeah. Can investigate that. Look at that, definitely.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
That's
thanks, Hugh.
the power of Mastermind, folks. It's all about linking with each other and just keep each other, you know, pumping up the ideas. But now the more important thing for me is, folks, I understand that the circumstances and things, because I remember when I was meeting one of my coaching clients and he was getting amazing results, but I felt something in me that I was going every time I was meeting him and I was keep telling myself before I was going for the meeting, saying, "Oh, he's getting too busy. He's getting too busy. He's getting too busy. He's getting too busy. Oh, Jesus, he's getting so much busy. He's getting so much busy that he wouldn't have time soon for coaching. He wouldn't." And then what I've created, actually, he actually called me. He says, "Daniel, I really love your coaching. I really apply, and I will get I will get myself sorted, but at this time, at this moment, I'm so busy that I don't even have time for doing some physical activities, and I don't have time even for coaching. We have to reduce our coaching or postpone, and then things happen. Then I wish positive, I wish the best, but I expect that he's gonna be so busy that he wouldn't have time, and I actually manifest that. Do you understand, folks? Are you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we understand.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. Good.
Sorry.
Okay. Then the main thing is to focus on expecting positive. Okay. Let's move on. Science of Getting Rich. I really recommend this book. Science of Getting Rich is amazing book, and this book inspired Rhonda from The Secret to create, and she come up with the idea. The Science of Getting Rich. It's a powerful book. I really recommend to anyone to read that. Okay, let's focus because we are coming to the end. Now, yellow organized education model. Right board is the Bob Proctor model. Now, you hear through five senses, then you gather information through the books, through education and whatever, yeah. And then you know the knowledge, you know the how many countries we have, you know the rivers, you know the sea, you know education part. But even there's loads of people who knows a lot and they gather information. They were very good students in school. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough. They don't have enough experience, and they're actually looking for a jobs or working for someone else and working for someone else's dreams. Now, most of the people who know they don't live in a fulfillment life, what Bob Proctor always says. But when you listen through your uh, emotional mind, which is your subconscious mind, then you learn. then you really learn. Then you feel and learn, and then you're on the flow. Then your conscious mind, you have a choice to accept or reject your thoughts, and your emotions create the vibration through listening, masterminding, for example, myself leading you through Bob Proctor materials. Then you let those information to your subconscious mind, which is emotional, and then you say, okay, I've listened today, Daniel. He told me about the best case scenario, to expect the best case scenario, and then you let expect in your emotional mind, which is your feeling mind, and then you act upon it, and you talk about it, and you do things, and you ask yourself, you write things down on a piece of paper, your memory management. You write down what is the best case scenario on your fridge. You write down on the bed what is the best case scenario in your car. That everywhere is this question, and then you get results, and then you do. And when you get results, you think about, you got the good results, like you start applying the memory management tools, and then you felt that you felt good about it, and then you feel about it, then you act about it, you talk about it, and then it goes and goes and goes, and then you create totally different personality. Okay, here we go. You've got your results because you've learned, and then repetition is the first law of learning. Repetition is the first law of learning. Remember that, folks. But what you repeat, you create. Then repeat expectance of abundance of having good case scenario, the best case scenario. Yeah, and keep repeating this for 7 days, and let's measure that. Okay, now this is the story of the guy who is homeless, but he expect abundance, and he see himself having loads of money, and he knows that he's going towards prosperity, and he expect prosperity, and he gets what he wants. There is a great story about that. What you are talking to yourself about? Oh, I'm crap, I'm not good. No, expect the best. I'm good. And see, and actually, there is a bulb of your goodness. There is an infinite power in you, that you are really good, that you are a powerful person, that you are a smart guy, that you are a great investor, that you are a great salesperson, that you're great father or mother. Just keep telling yourself good things. It's called incantations. Write down things like, I'm perfect, I'm abundant, I'm health, I'm great wealth, and so on. You can find a good affirmations, incantations on the YouTube even. I'm gonna actually create CD soon to have that on my website. Yeah, desire move you into direction of your dream, folks. Remember, desire, it will move you to direction to your dream, but expectation move your dream into direction of you. Then you can have a desire of having this property person. I'm gonna bring this example for tonight, and having this guy buying those houses. But if you expect that it's not good for him, and it's not gonna it could be better, and so on, it's not gonna move towards you. It's gonna go away from you. What you have to do, you have to expect that it's good, that it's great, that your desire is coming, and you see yourself having the 100 houses, and then your dream is coming towards you. It takes a difference when you expect what you do want, rather that you don't want. Exactly. And there is a big difference, and we've shared that tonight. Henry Ford, he expect only what he wants to get. That's it. And he says, I'm getting, and I already got it. It's just a matter of manifesting. It's coming. Okay, thank you very much, folks. I'm gonna very quickly unmute everyone, and I'm gonna ask each of you tell me what did you like and what you're gonna apply for the next week. Andrew Jack.
Uh, well, I like all of it. I think the obvious thing is the best case scenario. I was thinking about the best case scenario. I think you and I have spoken about that before. So I think that's the obvious message from what you've spoken about this evening, that you can apply over the coming days and weeks ahead.
Okay, but we spoke about it. Now, did you apply it? Now, what would you do different to apply even more?
Oh, well, it's like repetition. It's just what you said. Repetition is the first law of learning. So you've just got to keep doing it over and over until it becomes a habit. I think sometimes we can be guilty of doing things for a short period of time, and then you kind of forget about it. Or you revert back to your bad habits from before.
Okay, then what would you do to keep reminding yourself? Would you write this down somewhere, or put it in the car, stick in the wallet, or?
Yeah, I think writing things down and do what you do. Stick it around the house.
Yeah, stick around the house, stick in your wallet, and every time you look in the wallet, what is the best case scenario of having bigger wallet?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. That you're gonna apply that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Hugh.
Similar to Andrew there, I like the best case scenario. Also, really again, your self image. Thinking about the process of who you want to become, and start living in the now that that's what you become, and start acting that way as well, and just to have that utter belief. Anything that I've done really successful in the past, I've realized that I have that exceptional belief, confidence, determination, persistence, all the rules that we know about, and I knew I couldn't succeed. I knew that I couldn't fail. So it's just living in that sort of mindset again.
Okay. Very good. That you're gonna apply as well the chapter of of self-image. Yeah, imagine yourself the person you want to become, and just keep applying the best case scenario of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And act from it. Okay. Thank you very much, Hugh. Veronica.
Unmuted.
Veronica.
Hey, for me, it's the repetition is the key as a reminder again, and well, obviously the best case scenario, that's the main thing. Just be consciously aware of it and repeat it, and not be lazy. So I'm gonna do more visual things around the house, and I'll put little posts up to remind me to do that, because it's very easy to get caught up. Yeah, so that was a biggie for me tonight.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Actually, the idea. Oh, it's an echo. Somehow. Okay. Anyway. I can hear myself. That's why it's crazy. But what I thought is that we got ourselves like a body, each other accountable. Then I wrote things down. I know what you are going for, and thank you, Veronica, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, Wojtek, very quickly.
Yeah.
What did you like, and what you gonna apply?
Because I've heard the question about what is the best case scenario, and I've applied it for a few things, but right now I know that I have to apply it for every single bit that I'm doing. And on the other hand, I need to do the repetition every single day. I have to remind myself, do it once again, remember about it, and ask yourself what is the best case scenario of what you're doing right now and what you're going to do. So this is from me right now.
Okay, very good. Then apply what we spoke. You know, write things down, and what is the best case scenario, put in the wallet, put everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
stick it everywhere. Okay, very good. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Zimovit, yeah, go ahead. What did you like and what you gonna apply?
Okay, I really like the best case scenario, right? That is a very good question to ask yourself, and I'm going to ask myself also if what am I doing to increase my income, and what am I doing to make my dreams come true? Am I doing everything? What is in my power to do it? Because I think that's a very very powerful questions again,
Yeah.
and I want to share with you a little method that I use for remembering the the sentence from the last mastermind.
Yes.
It was you choose your thoughts, and I wanted to remember that and repeat to myself every time was when I was walking around, and what I did was I paint my finger uh, blue with my with so it looks not cool, and I needed to remember about that when I was in front of the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to remember about this finger, and I need to hide it, and this movement I hide my finger and I automatically remember about this sentence. I choose my thoughts. So that was I don't know if you understand what.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe this sounds funny, but it's really effective. So if you want to paint your fingers, you can do it. You can apply this. And this is really helpful for me, right?
Yes.
So thank you, thank you.
It reminds you that you have a choice to control your thoughts. Yeah.
Yes.
And this, every time you look at it, you are like, oh shit, what I'm thinking.
Yes. Oh shit. Somebody may see that. Oh, I can and this remembering me about this sentence.
Yes.
So right now
choose your
whatever
thoughts.
I'm doing something right now, I have a clean finger, and whenever I'm doing something, I automatically have this thought in my mind. So it became a little habit for me to think about thoughts that I'm choosing, right? To let in my brain. So this is a good method, I think, for me. So
yeah, whatever works. Even if you have to stick, in the forehead, what is the best case scenario? Do it as long as it's working.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you for that. Okay.
Thank you.
Mark McCloskey.
Right. Yeah. Well, again, from this chapter was expect what you want. Stay away from what you don't want. Always expect basically like abundance, anything that you want in your life, and to be that. To be that, you basically be that now and live from there as if it's already real and happened. Which is obviously related to best case scenario. It's a good question to ask to keep yourself in that vibration. And I like the reminder of that analogy of the light bulb, basically to show that we're really infinite beings with infinite potential, and like the electricity power was coming the same to that bulb with the 8 watts, given that, but the bulb was changed to 60 watts and bright in the room. So it just shows you that if we change our mindset, we can tap into anything. So that was a good reminder of that. You can be anything you want to be. So yeah, and then incantations. I'm gonna basically I'm gonna record my incantations again. So yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Okay, happy days. Okay, folks, the next week we are having a chapter 6, which is the law of vibration and attraction. Then please read the chapter 6 and reread the chapter of expect abundance, which is chapter 5, which we already had today. Yes?
Yes.
Okay? Because remember, repetition is the first law of learning, and I want you to really grasp the idea of keep repeating yourself the chapters. Okay? Now, can I ask you to write down some testimonials on a closed group on Facebook?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want, you can write down as well the testimonials on my Facebook page as well about the mastermind and how you are getting, if you are getting some results and so on. I will appreciate for that. Okay, folks.
Okay.
Then if you have
Daniel, excuse me.
Yes.
I have one. Can I ask 2 quick questions?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can I visualize skills? Because right now I'm learning speed reading. So can I visualize that? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the second question is, you gave us last week. You gave us this bonus video about visualization, right? And you said in this video that you should visualize 5 minutes per day. But it's, if I have, for example, 3 goals or 5 goals, should I visualize? Should I focus on just one goal and, you know, sacrifice 5 minutes for visualize this one goal, or can I visualize every goal for 5 minutes?
No. You do 5 minutes is the maximum of visualization per day, because you have to be alive. You know, you have to live in the now as well.
Yeah.
And I got this from John Boyle. He told me that maximum is 5 minutes.
And one thing, right? One goal.
No, you go one goal and the next, and the max is five minutes. But if you extend, it's okay. But make sure you're not staying like half day in visualization, and then and then I'm gonna ask you, did you do your result? What is your results? Or you're gonna ask me, I'm visualizing my things and it's not coming. And if I will ask you what you are doing, and you say half day I visualized, then what the hell you're doing? You know, you have to actually take action towards that. There's a great thing, what you call Jack Canfield, the guy, call him and says, Jack, I'm waking up in the morning, then I do power of the hour, then I go to yoga, then I eat my breakfast, then I go to Pilates, then I do write down my goals, and then I eat my lunch, and then I go to my wellness coach, and then I have a coaching session with him, and then I go to a gym, and then I train in the gym, then I coming back, then I do my visualization, and then I eat my dinner, and then I do my meditation, and then I go sleep. And the question to the Jack Canfield is, Jack, why I'm not getting my results done? Are you getting, folks, that?
Yes, because there is no time to do actions, right?
Yeah, he's not doing any action. He's keep doing, you know, loads of things, but he's not actually working towards his goal. Are you following that, folks? Because
yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got it.
This is helpful.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Okay, then let's talk next week, folks. Next week is a Easter Monday. I don't know if you like Easter Monday. Do you want me to do Wednesday morning, Wednesday evening?
No, it's fine. It's Monday. It's fine.
No, I want to ask the whole group. Hold on. Okay, Zimovic, you said it's fine. Wojtek?
I can do it on Tuesday if it's not a problem.
Tuesday. No, Wednesday. I'm asking for
Wednesday. Yeah, I can be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hugh?
Yeah, Wednesday is good too.
I'm happy either or.
Either or, okay. Andrew?
It'll need to be Wednesday for me because I'm away on Monday.
Okay. Folks, can we agree to the Wednesday then?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, happy days. Then have a amazing best case scenario, happy Easter. And I will speak to you on Wednesday at 8:30. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
all
you
the
very
best.
much, mate.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.